Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today we're doing default, or I guess stock versus modded setup, and it's actually a pretty special one today considering I spent my time, a lot of my time, one night. I think it was about 10:13 when I started. It was around there. I'd say 10:15 or so. And then I got going on a little Honda setup I started making, alright? And then I went ahead and just kept making it, kept going, and then before I realized, it was about 1:30 at night. And then I was like, okay, just final testing, gotta go like import, export, blah 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 blah, to give it a go on like 4 or 5 different tracks. And I was up till about probably 1:54, I think it was the last time I looked at the clock. And then I was like, all right, I gotta get off. So really excited to bring you guys what should be a really good setup. I don't know if I'm going to share it publicly. I seriously don't know if I should. Obviously, you guys would love for it to happen. It's a really good Supercross setup just all the way around, as I literally can't get around this corner for whatever reason. But this is on completely stock Honda right now. We're on the stock one. Then we'll switch to my handy dandy little setup. I didn't realize I was in first gear there. But yeah, the setup I made, it was based off of Seattle, I think, is the one I really started on. Dude, this thing slides like crazy. I started on Seattle. I got going, and then I just started messing with a whole bunch of stuff. And then it was pretty tough because, you know, you'd make one adjustment and then you had to like ride not the exact same way, but you had to generally do like the same stuff. And so it was really weird to build a setup, especially because I don't know what anything in the setup, like I don't know what anything in the garage does. And the reason I'm a little bit more laxed here is because you know, I'm gonna do 7 laps of each and try to get the best and ideal lap of both stock and modded. So right now we're working on the stock, and as you guys can see, the bike is not participating all that nicely. All right, it's not really doing much of anything right now on lap 3, so we're just about halfway through. So we might want to start thinking about getting a little bit serious here and try to set down a decent lap here. It'll be tough for sure on this stock because I'm so used to riding the other one, because I rode probably around 64 or 5 laps on this track just trying to dial that setup in. So on other things than stock, I was just riding not the default. Basically, I was riding the setup that I made for a lot longer than I was riding this stock setup. So it's been a while since I've even touched the stock setup. Even the stock tires, I've moved on to the bigger back tire to help me out with some traction, which I've got to be very careful of here for sure. We'll get this quad quite nicely and then tuck the front. Love that for me. So yeah, this is looking pretty horrible actually. We're on lap number 4 now, so we're a little bit past halfway. And yeah, I mean, we are struggling big time here. But I think that we could put it together here in these last 3 laps or so. We have 5, 6, and 7 to go, but we'll see how they go. It should be a little bit tough, but that's expected. Especially now knowing the ceiling of a modded setup. So we'll go ahead and see what we can do here on this lap. Try to downside that double pretty nicely. Jump to this outside quite well. Kind of slows down though, just because of traction. I don't really trust the bike. Gonna go ahead and just keep the front wheel higher. Gonna do this. I will quad to the outside or triple, whatever you guys want to call it, and tuck the front again. There is a little different. For sure. That's quite stupid if you ask me. Obviously of me, I'm not saying of the game or anything, of me to try to do the same thing basically. So we'll have to figure that out, maybe resort to that inside, as it could actually be a little bit faster. I'm going to try to come in a little bit more wide here, try to get a little bit of a better run, which we did. We get kind of a better run through that, at least the last 3, and then we're going to head into here, go up and into this next lap here. See what we can do on lap number 6. We got 2 laps to go, this one and the next. jump into the outside here. Had to seat bounce over that, couldn't quite get there. Yeah, this is turning into a train wreck right now. And we will go ahead and get up and ready for our last lap here. Lap number 7. We're going to try to put in a good one. I'm going to try to get to this outside. But we're also going to have to try to stay kind of conservative here, as we're already missing that line right there, which is a bit of a bummer. I'm going to cut underneath. I'm going to go single into this corner here. Try to cut inside the furthest we can. Just trying to cut the lap down in all seriousness here. I'm not trying to really do anything. I'm still trying to give the stock setup a chance. So we'll go ahead and just try to get through this section. Oh, almost didn't get through it. We have 0 deformation on, by the way, as well. I'm going to go ahead and get back here. Go over this triple. Try to make it nice over that. Cut underneath. Test the throttle a little bit. And then 52.474 is a horrible lap, but it'll get stuff done. We'll see what sort of ideal lap we ran here. A 51.264 is the ideal. So I'll mark this stuff down, and then I'll put the good setup on to get right back with you guys. And we're juiced up now with this great setup of mine here. I'm going to try to give it a good look here, give it a good wrap. And then you guys have to tell me in the comments down below if you guys really want it, because I will give it out if, you know, enough people really do want it. If they think it could help whatever, because I mean, this bike, it really doesn't do much without, like, it doesn't do much different other than it sticks to the ground. I realized probably a little bit more, and front tucks don't come as easy, even especially in E-Road actually. So E-Road is definitely a big plus with this bike setup, which is something I have struggled with and whatnot. So this bike setup is, in my opinion, it could be one of the better ones in the game. I don't really know too many setups though, so I can't really compare it. But this one definitely can help certain things that some people struggle with. And a 56.3 for my first lap is not that great, or 6.3. My bad. Oh, okay. And then slowly roll into here. Won't be able to make it out of here. Yeah. Well, this is all just going wonderfully. Oh, and by the way, yeah, my bike setup right here. If you guys take an insane crash, it'll always make sure you land it. And that is a guarantee. But we'll head into here for our third go around. So far, not good. So far, so bad, pretty much. We'll head into this back right there. Dart over to the right side of the section. Act like we meant to do that. Land a little cross-eyed. And then, yeah. Well, this is just going tremendous, isn't it? I love how when you hit record, life stops and it gets worse. So, yeah, you guys are welcome to watch the tragicness of this riding while the recording's off. Maybe one day I'll forget the recording's on, but I don't think today's the day. So we'll definitely try to make it out all right here. Gonna try to cover that as well as we can. Didn't pull back up there in the whoops, and obviously comes with some consequences, as I'm going to go right here. Come under, go second gear into this corner, and get ready for another good lap. We're going to be on to our fourth lap, so we're a little past the midway point again. Go ahead and downside that double right there, head to this outside, get a nice launch to the right side, which I didn't really want. Launch back across after a case. Love that. Come back underneath. And then, mind you, I did put down a 50... Oh, God. I suck! I think I'm so worried about giving this thing a bad rap that I'm just riding way too conservative. I've got to put it out there. I've got to really work it here, as I almost, you know, did a thing again. But I'll go down right here. Just try to dig it into this corner. Love that for this. Go up and over this nice quad here. Triple, I don't care. Whatever you guys want to call it, I'm fine with. But I'll go both ways on it. Come here. I want to, like, try to chop down a little bit more there. Then I was also thinking about making a motocross setup as well. So, I mean, I'm really going to have to heavily get into all the motocross stuff. Like last year's Ariel, I'm probably going to grind the crap out of those tracks. Just to just to get like familiate myself with those tracks. G-Mini Christmas. A 52069 is not good. A 5207 is not something to be proud of. Go up and over that one. Try to get enough throttle to go to this one. So no, we'll be on to our 7th lap. I suck at the video game. Trust me, this bike setup's a lot better than I'm making it out to be. Well, actually, this might not make one that some of you guys want to get it. And also, my stutter and speech right now is awesome. I swear, I'm flawless every time I'm not, like, I know the recording's not going to be on. It's so annoying. But we'll go back around. We'll try to put in this last great lap here and slide out in the first fucking corner. This game's awesome. Well, that'll probably be all for me. I don't really have anything else for you guys. So if you guys did enjoy, of course, I go down right now because I'm starting to talk again. So love that. For me, also, I've got a piece of hair right now that is just tickling my eyelash. I mean, I'm running into problem after problem. I'm short-tempered, didn't get enough sleep, and it all starts with the night that I missed sleep because of the setup, and so I blame the setup. So setup's not good if you guys want it. You guys probably don't want it anymore. So moving on from that. Thank you guys for all the recent support and whatnot, and make sure to consider liking and subscribing, as I can't even get that fucking triple. Drop in some explicit words every here and there now. It's gonna become the new huge if I'm not getting enough sleep. Promise that. Go left right here, try to cop right in, but I just want to show you guys like genuinely that the setup's good. So I'll be using it in future videos. I don't think that there's any reason not to. So yeah, that'll be all for me. Thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it, and like I said, consider liking and subscribing to the channel and this video. I would really appreciate it. And I gotta get off. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens when I stop the recording. I was like, okay, I'll just get my thumbnails now, whatnot. And then I was like, okay, never mind, I'm gonna ride. I'm gonna see if I still have it. And then I put in an absolute burner. This is a 5646 or something like that. I'm not quite sure the number, but yeah, it's an absolute burner. I've even taken the inside there. I think it might be faster, and I can get faster there. I think I can run like in the 53s areas. But yeah, I was on an absolute rager on this lap. I mean, I was greasing everything like perfectly. Went to this inside perfectly. Greased these whoops like crazy. Was able to time that like perfectly. Wheelie in like the first 3. Those whoops, it could have definitely been better. It could have been more level. But it just goes to show that life doesn't really give you lemons. See, look at the 5676 that I put in over here. Yeah, that's what happens when I stop recording.